Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Today's beer is a beer from Oldershaw Brewery and it's their blonde Volumpta. It's a bottle conditioned beer, this one, at 5% ABV, and it's saying it's got a grapefruit and passion fruit aroma, and it's a premium blonde beer named after the Roman goddess of pleasure. There we go. Let me show you the beer. Trying to get this to focus for you. I'm sure it's going to do it any minute now. I think it's struggling with the white background. There you go. So there's a blonde Volumpta bottle conditioned beer. Let's get the beer straight open. Oh, first of all, thanks for the t-shirt. If I can get that. Very nice Oldershaw Brewery t-shirt there they sent me to review the beer in. Let's get it open. We're going to get some of this beer out, and then I think we're going to pour the rest of the sediment in. It's a bottle conditioned beer. There is natural sediment in the bottle. It's yeast. There's nothing wrong with it. You can drink it, you can not drink it, but I'm just going to give you the option. I'm just going to show you the beer without the yeast in, without the sediment in. Basically, the sediment and the yeast is put in to add flavour to the beer over time. If you were to age this beer for a few months, I've had the beer about a month or so, so I've aged it a little bit. It actually enhances the flavour of the beer. It's a living thing in the bottle. Okay, so we got small amounts of natural carbonation going on in the glass. There you go, you can just see it fizzing away there. Not much of a head, but let's get the nose. Oh yeah, there is grapefruit in this one, and I get a small hint of peach if I'm honest. Let's dig in. Oh, that's a really nice beer. Fair play, that is a really nice beer. Grapefruit. And there's fantastic grapefruit and peach flavours there. For me, this all day long, this is a fantastic English pale ale. But it's packed full of flavour. I think the style really has been reinvigorated by the Americans, producing IPAs and pale ales which are so packed full of grapefruit bitterness and peach flavours. It's really good. It's the type of beer I'm reviewing now, which I wish really I had smell-o-vision on the old camera there, so you can give it a smell yourself. It really is very hard to explain how, pardon me, full of taste this beer is, but it is jam-packed full of flavour. And to look at it as well, it is a blondie colour. It looks very nice. What I'm going to do now, I'm not sure if there is much natural sediment in the beer, but I'm just going to pour all of this out in the glass. I just want to show you the beer with the natural sediment in. If you're new to real ale, what you're seeing in the bottom of the glass there, see it all floating around, there you go. That is a natural bottle conditioned beer. If you have a natural bottle conditioned beer and it turns out that you pour it out and it's like this, there is nothing wrong with the beer. It is absolutely fine to drink. As I mentioned earlier, basically the beer, oh look at the head is produced as well. Lovely white foamy head. It's all natural. It's absolutely packed full of vitamin B. So there's nothing wrong with it. Let it, if you want to let it settle down, let it settle down. But I actually enjoy the sediment in the beer because I think it enhances the flavour. So let's see what it tastes like with all the sediment in. And believe it or not, it gives you that extra bit of zing. It gives you that extra bit of zing and bite. There is an ever so slight touch of like an added chalkiness. But you really got to think about that. You really got to think about that while you're drinking the beer. If you just concentrate on the flavours and everything else, you're really not getting any of that chalkiness at all. It's only because I've been reviewing beer for so long that I can pick out these little bits and pieces. So there's your little lesson if you're new to real ale. Don't be frightened. Get stuck in. If you want to age your bottle like this, you can age it to 6 months to a year. Lay it on its side. The beer will get better with age, like a good wine. Back to the taste. It's just pleasant. I asked myself at this stage of the review, would I, if I found this in a pub, would I session it? Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. With it being, let's check out, with it being 5%, I could probably handle 4 pints. So I would quietly sip away at an evening of 4 pints of this, and I would have a very, very nice evening. What type of food would I pair this with? I'd probably go with something like a piece of chicken, or maybe a steak and ale pie or something like that. Good, pardon me, good wholesome meal. But I'm going to take that in. I'm going to take the rest of the pint in for Mrs. Real Ale Guy to try. You can see that sediment there. If I turn the glass round, you can actually see it on the bottom there. There you go. I'm going to let her try the beer. First of all, I'd like to give out the company's website and give it a rating. It's www.oldershawbrewery.com. Check them out, and they're in Lincolnshire, in Grantham. Very nice people. I watched their clip on their Facebook page. They got if you want to like their Facebook page too, just check out Oldershaw Brewery. They've got a clip there at the moment with BBC North Yorks or something like that, showing the brewer's a lady brewer, a bit like the wine brewery. She's a lady brewer. They call them Brewsters, I believe, years ago. Basically they used to bake the bread, and whatever was left over they used to make beer out of it, because it was safer to drink beer than water back in 300-400 years ago. So I'm going to stop gassing. I'm going to give this a very solid 8 out of 10. Very, very good beer. www.oldershawbrewery.com. Check them out. If you want to check me out, email me at realaleguide@googlemail.com. Facebook is www.facebook.com/realaleCraftBeer, and Twitter is www.twitter.com/realaletoday. Thanks for watching another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Always come to YouTube first. Comment on the video. I'll always answer, good or bad. Subscribe if you like. Thanks to Oldershaw Brewery for the range of beer which I'll be reviewing, and the t-shirt. And cheers.